Yeah, I just got back from watching Avatar Fire and Ash by James Cameron himself, which makes it the third installment of the big franchise, one of the biggest upon one of the IPs under Disney's massive belt. Which, of course, this ain't a small little IP because Avatar does make a lot of money. Because in 2029, the first original Avatar made nearly about $2.92 billion worldwide, which is a lot of money, and it's one of the highest grossing films of all time. While its sequel also didn't do as well as the first one, but it still did respectfully earn about $2.3 billion, which came out in 2022, which is kind of unbelievable seeing that kind of number. It's just kind of massive seeing how much Avatar has grown and earned during those releases. But what about the new installment? Can Avatar Fire and Ash become the same success as the previous ones with another hit for James Cameron? Or will the flames finally burn out to an IP that overstayed its welcome? So first of all, do I like this film? To be honest with you, I kind of like it. It's one of those movies that I'm actually kind of shocked going in there, and I just kind of happy to visit this world once again and seeing how massive the visual effects is. It's pretty good. I actually did had a good time with this, even though the film is pretty long. It's always been long. It's always been like a 3-hour film, so obviously you're gonna have to keep that in mind when you go see this, if you're planning to go see it, because this is a pretty long movie. And the characters, I definitely love the characters. It's one of my, except for maybe one or two that kind of doesn't really do much, but it's not that big of a deal. I actually like Jake Sully. He has always been there for his family. That's what he's been looking for. He is the fighter, he is the tribe leader, and he's trying to find ways to defend their family. Obviously, one of the big nemesis is back again and trying to get rid of him. Miller has a brand new Avatar body that we last left off from him. He's still trying to get him, and he still kind of have mixed feelings with his son, who has basically been living with the Avatars, who's known as Spider, which the second one I didn't really care much about Spider, but now in the third one, I think he's a lot better, and I do like his character a lot more instead of the second one, which he just there just to be there. And I thought he was just a mindless, pointless character to be there, but I enjoy him a lot better now in this film. Akara, I kind of like her. She was there as well. She's basically the mother of basically nature. And obviously, what I definitely love about this film is definitely the action part. Everything about about Avatar, mostly about the action. I think this is the one that has the most action throughout the whole the whole franchise. From the first and second, this is definitely the most action-packed Avatar from the first two. It is definitely gonna be a thrill ride. You won't be bored in the theater, even though it's 3 hours long. You're still gonna be there, kind of hooked on at least the action part for sure. I like the weapons into it. I like the battle, the sea creatures. You'll see a lot of that. Old tribes coming back, and you'll start seeing them how they fight again. And it's just really cool seeing them most action-packed throughout the whole film. And obviously, the world is amazing. The world of Pandora is good looking as always. It has I just love how great and massive the world is. And you get to see basically the factory as well as the humans kind of living there. So it's basically a huge world that it's very good. You get to see the visual effects. You could tell that there's so much money poured into this. It's good to look at. It's very cool seeing throughout the whole gadgets there as well. So the story and the plot, I don't think it's that bad, but there is kind of moments that you're kind of wondering, wait a minute, this doesn't really make sense. But then again, I kind of see their point, but I don't really buy it to some parts, especially when it looks like, to me, there is I know this is kind of a nitpick, but almost every single time when I see an Avatar fall from the sky, at least the main protagonists and heroes, it looks like there is no fall damage. They always land on their feet, or at least they do get somewhat injured, but they're not as much falling to their death. Every single time when I see at least an Avatar or even the villains fall, it's like they don't get injured whatsoever or get damaged or fall to their death. And the Fire Nation is they pretty much came out of nowhere, but it's just another nitpick that's kind of a plot hole. But there is a lot of plot holes here, but it's still a fun watch. You could go see this just to see it for the action pack, and you could see the visual effects. You could see the world. That's pretty good. And I think if people want to go to this film to go see a very good, well-told story, you might be a little disappointed. It's gonna be fun if you just go right into the film and just enjoy it for what it is. But I don't think the story is not that great told. There is plots, but I still enjoy it nonetheless. I still had fun with this film. I enjoyed the, Pandora world, even though it's not perfect. I think it's still a very good film to go watch. I don't think this is the end of the Avatar neither. I still think there's going to be another movie. I would be shocked if they end this right here, because I feel like there's still more to tell in this story, which I think there is. Time will tell. I don't know if it's going to make another $1 billion, but I still think it's capable of, maybe. I do think there is kind of interest in the world of Pandora, but I still think they could be the story could be a little bit better. But that's why I think I'm going to give this a C+. I think this film could have done pretty good if it was shorter, if it had a little bit more better storytelling. I feel like they kind of have a lot of plot holes which they could fix, and obviously there is some twists and turns there that got me engaging, but it's still fun to go see. If anything, the action pack of this whole film is going to keep you there, and it's always fun to go see the world and the visual effects and just how good looking it is. It is really good looking. I do enjoy it, but we'll see if it's going to be as successful in the box office, and they're still going to keep on continuing this Avatar for the next, 6 more movies left, or they have about 2 more left, but we will see. So Avatar Fire and Ash is a long movie that does last a little too long, but it does have a great action-packed moments, full of adventures, and if you see the other 2 movies, you might as well see this one as well. But either way, thank you guys for listening. I'll be seeing you guys in the next movie review. Later, guys.